Well, hello there. Give me a moment. I need to do some things still. Yes. Hello, wait. I can see we are starting off on. Wait, we are starting off the right foot today. Yeah. And I'm just trying to turn on very finicky fan. Okay. It is currently 29 degrees. I think I am also at this very island that we are visiting, so... Hi! I have no idea what I pressed. Give me a moment. 7. Okay. Oh my goodness. Today, let me tell you, today should not exist. It's a cool 25. Yeah, I will take any temperature below 29. We can. Slumped against the stones of the bridge, a giant clutches at his bashed-in chest. It's a mess of sinew and blackened iron bones, fiery blood flickering between his splayed fingers. Thickly rasping a breath, the warrior lifts his hated gaze to your face.
Extinguished or crushed, us all, Defiler.
He struggles to speak. The agony of a slow death blazes through the scrolls in his skin, shrouding him with a veil of fire. I need to go to get to Eodas.
Servants of the Defiler God, damn you.
Really, this is your second sentence and you have to insult me. He chokes with liquid fire trickling from his lips. What happened to you?
Damned Reaper of Souls and God of Lies, Magran's most foul enemy.
Seraph? No. What are you?
I am but one of Magran's elite champions, birthed from her flames, soon reunited in glory.
Okay, then I'll be off. Oh, slightly cooler. Yes, let me tell you, I'll take the slightly cooler over whatever that is. The windlass is far too massive and heavy for Kif to operate. Is a windlass. Ah, okay, I see.
Nothing good comes from this much quiet.
I didn't see what was there at first. Exceptional warhammer. Okay, since we already have a warhammer, I might as well install the rogue trader.
Ishi, now is the chance if you had any second thoughts about this place.
Or wait, what was the other game that came out? Space Marine. Gosh. But I am still waiting for a Warhammer game where you play Tyranids, and that is not a RTS. Or turn-based strategy either.
Trespasses in the goddess's maw? But how?
I honestly did not expect you to have such a feminine voice. Incensed, the giant warrior hulks. Her thick muscles twitch, red markings glowing hotly against her ashen skin.
You must seek to follow in your Defiler god's footsteps. You will not, for I will smite you where you stand!
But the second giant slams the haft of his iron staff into the warrior's heart-muscle stomach, abruptly halting her attack.
Hold, Sega! I would speak to this filthy minion of the wretched god Aethys.
One session, one when someone does not insult my face or me directly.
Before you char her bones to dust.
I'm no friend of Ioda's. He stole a piece of my soul, and I mean to get it back.
Ha! You think to confront an embodied god? Then you are either powerful beyond comprehension, or as much a fool. Yet you imply you do not serve him.
The first giant's grip turns white-knuckled on the hilt of her sword. Her muscles strain and the metal quivers in her hand.
Rakir, move! We cannot allow these intruders to live.
With a shrug of his meaty shoulders, he steps aside. Iates has consumed your warriors' very souls, but I faced him before and am still standing. Shoulders taut with tension, the warrior eyes the strewn corpses of his fellow Ratun at arms. They lie dried like husks, siphoned of their souls. He places a hand out to hold the warrior back. He studies you intently.
You would face us in battle rather than flee? I like your mettle. Kithu does not cower before Margren's greatest warriors. We have not yet defeated the embodied god, but that does not mean we won't. The Jotziger is readying another assault from within the Jagged Keep as we speak. I will permit you to scamper closer to God's face, if you believe you can survive. Scurry deeper into the maw, but know that my brethren may squash you.
You plan to attack Iodas?
First we recover the wounded and their weapons, drag them into the Jagged Keep, and then we will kill a god.
Hey, how can I reach Iodas?
All who neared the intruder god were gutted until extinguished. You think your soul could last even half so long as Rathun's?
Maybe the gifts will last longer.
She snorts, but the other warrior ignores her, answering in her stead.
Only Margren's shrine with our Jagged Keep can lead you to the Defiler god. Kith, if Margren wishes you to face him, surely she will fire the way.
Really? I guess you don't care about erupting volcanoes, so I'm not even gonna pretend I care. I spit upon the Xenon race high, the mighty Imperial. The Krieg, for the mighty. Hey! Hey, we don't. We like Xeno, we like Tyranids. I'm basically a Tyranid myself. I also live to eat everything.
The volcano rolls in slumber, I say. We should not be here.
Hey, we shouldn't be here. Really? Really? Whoa. How did you come to that conclusion? Me.
You ain't leading us into certain death, are you, Captain? Scallywags.
I'm trying not to, but apparently I do. Yep, sorry. Of course there's a Drake. Oh, Seraphim. Oh. That one was heal? No. Healing. And pushing back enemies. Great, fantastic, wonderful.
Sheriff's bulging ball bags. I'll be sick.
Seraphim is down. Wonderful. Hello, good evening. Okay, the Drake fell right onto me. Okay, I'm amazed that I was able to survive it. Where is Ishi? There she is. The rest. Okay, as you say. How am I today? Where to start? I barely got up to go to war. What else? Wait, resistance. I don't need resistance. Come on, give me constitution, give me eggs. It's so hot and I sweat like a pig. I don't know if you have such saying. What else? we had to take Degus to vet today, and one of them received antibiotic because what we thought was just a runny nose is an infection and needs to be treated before it covers lungs, because once a Degu gets infected lungs, they will most probably die. And what else? We tried to get the medicine from pharmacy. We forgot to take, we took wrong paper to the pharmacy, had to go back. In the meantime, I ordered some food because there was no time to prepare anything before the stream. And I had to go back. I forgot the keys. I had to go back to my husband for the keys. I got back to the apartment barely before the food. I sent him the photo of the right paper. I had to run. But yeah. To the layer of the ancient. Let's check this out first. But for the next 2 weeks, we will be administering medicine to Degu, and it should be fine. Caught it rather quickly, luckily. And the lady at the vet could not understand the way we named the Degus. The Degus are named. For some reason, she first thought that their names are, by their names they are females, then she was not able to properly type down their names, even though they are not that difficult.
Give me the order.
Nameless is sick. And we thought that Egmont is fat, but in reality he is fluffy. But I swear, he looks fat.
All right, that one felt more serious. It is not just the mountain that awakens. We disturb the fires of Margaret herself.
Yeah, I think we shouldn't be here.
That smell. I hope it's just their cook burning the meat.
A haze of soul essence sifts up like smoke from a corpse scored with heavy claw marks. Oddly, no blood pools beneath the body. The wounds have been cauterized. Hot to the touch, the essence slowly wafts through your fingers. Then you're trembling down into a feverish sensation of a soul red. You're a great champion, a Goliath among giants, your chest tied with pride. And now something darker, a strange dread. It flickers inside of you like the fires of a waking forge, because you know you too are soon to be tempered as you stare down upon the distant god, the defiler your brothers and sisters died to defeat but could not. Who now glads on the Atras spire striking plans against Magran? The iron chains that suspend the bridge beneath your feet drip blood and sweat, weeping. The mole spawns below, battered by the invader, the drugged keep, now even more apt in name. He cut a path to the spire and could not be stopped. He drank deeply from so many of you. The Berentes watches beside you. She is fierce and will know what to do. She can hear Magran within the flames. Without further delay, she hastens you into the dragon's lair. She will cool the beast, and it will ride with you into the assault. Inside, the cavern is dark and simmering. The Berentes rushes ahead of you, despite your barked warning. Something is wrong. The heat roils against your skin, a whisper of death, dangerous rather than comforting. The Defiler god has riled the dragon. The Berentes has raised her torque high as if to collar the dragon, the light of it sheening her helm in the darkness. She is thundering. The time has come, Jara. Submit to Margron's will. And the walls rumble from a sudden earthquake. No, from the beast's laughter. A shadow looms to your left, then scalding claws punch through your skin. Okay, we are up against the dragon. The poor boy is just fluffy. Yes,
As you like.
but he does not look fluffy. Okay, you are one ugly dragon. I'm sorry to say that,
She a beauty.
but I saw prettier dragons. A creature of smoke and scales, embers and talons looms up from the darkness. Her back and ribs gleam luridly, red as the lake of fire that laps at her feet. She hisses, the sound like rocks grating together in her throat. And though her peeled back lips form no words, you understand.
Who comes now to stoke the flames of chaos further?
She looks better on the portrait than from this position. I'll admit that.
Have I not yet feasted enough? I suppose I can make room for another.
Just realized how lucky we are to have never run across a sewer dragon.
Wait, a what?
A curse on Ngati for giving me such tender, delicious flesh, I say.
A dry laugh crackles from the dragon's thick, scaled throat. It's getting to her. She turned her back on the corner. Yes. Yes. I did. And I will do it again. The Ratun summoned you. To attack them.
We struck a deal eons ago. I did with a wily Brenthis. It's true these Rathun fed me exquisitely for so long. But today, they sought my wings like a firestorm to battle. My fangs like hot spears to pierce a god. I am the heart of the fire. I cannot be controlled. Not by a giant's weak will, and not by a sputtering trinket.
What was the nature of the deal you struck with them? The beast grates a loud, insidious laugh.
The Rathun would pay their tributes of flesh and blood, fire and gold. And I, when called upon, would fight fiercely at their side.
But you didn't.
That arrogant priestess thought to ride me,
Ah.
the magma that fires the mountain. She sought to command me. So I consumed her.
And you still didn't fight alongside them.
The Rathun forged their deal when I was but a hatchling. Now no one controls me. And I would never fight a god for fools.
You know, Rautai might be interested in a similar arrangement. I could put you in touch with the right people.
The dragon snorts smoke from her snout.
You are a creature most amusing. Perhaps I shall yet allow you to live.
Well, Magran would do anything to stop Ietas. If she erupts this volcano, you'll be destroyed along with it.
Should I believe the wretched words of a trespasser in my den?
Not.
Even were it so, the fire feeds me. It can cause me no harm.
Believe me, dragon, I would not lie about such a grave matter.
Perhaps you speak the truth, and such may come to pass. Only fools die fighting the gods. I fly.
Sorry. Only fools die fighting the gods. I have lived for eons, and I will live for eons longer. So you run away. Okay, this is the second dragon we've encountered and we've quote-unquote freed. I have more. What is that? The closer you near to the dimly lit essence that smolders over the raccoon's burned corpse, the stronger you feel the soul's flickering confusion and grief. Ashen, crooked fingers clutch a still flaming torch, grasping the relic tightly even in death. Let's deal with the soul first. Rather than falling face forward into a vision of the raccoon's final memory, her last thoughts scream through your mind in a jumble of disjointed words and disbelief.
I am burning! I am burning! I am burning! And it is not in pleasure, not for Mother Margaret. I should have listened when she said nothing. But I was willing to die to reach the Everflame, to sacrifice them and everything to ash, to vanquish the Defiler. And I am burning, but not in the flame. Not with honor and eternity, but for a moment. I am disgraced.
Let's dig deeper.
Who will lay the talk before the Mother to fire the way? Who is left? Who will guard the sacred spire, the Mother's mind? Who will descend the shrine to the Defiler's God's face? Not to these hands that are ashes sifting on a breath that is a last sigh of a wretchedly snuffed life. Not to me and mine. Now she who was blackened and befouled and forsaken by the flames, forsaken by Margaret.
I will take the torque. Twisting the torque through cracks of three of the priestess' blackened, brittle fingers. With a final flicker, the last swift and violent shattering, the soul dims and disintegrates.
You were saying?
You don't have anything else on your body? You don't. Okay, how can that be considered stealing if the dragon is no longer here? I'll take it. I will steal from the dragon. And hopefully I will live to regret that decision later. Yeah. It's gotten slightly better after I started sitting next to a little fan, because my regular fan broke down, of course. I think the thing that ties all my things together is that they all break lately. Let's just keep fingers crossed that this won't happen to the PC. Picked as spotting you. The strapping warrior slams her shield against the floor, rattling the stones beneath your feet.
Scurry as in my keep. Make ready to be crushed, vermin of Eothas.
Look here, I recovered this from your fallen Renthis.
You felled her? And her dragon?
Yeah, let's go with that. With a deep-chested growl, the warrior readies her sword to strike. No, it was the dragon who killed her, not me. She stills, red scrolls in her skin flickering as she grimly appraises you. A muscle ticks in her jaw, but finally, she sheathes her sword.
Then Elder Bathor will decide your fate. He awaits at the back of the keep.
Thank you. Thank you. I bought a portable AC for you, so I can do it right now. Is alive. I suspect, but there's one thing. You need to take care of the AC. Unless you are willing to inhale some mold. I am highly allergic to mold. And I do not, I repeat, I do not wish anyone to be allergic to mold. Especially if you are working in the typical offices with AC and with windows that cannot open. That's fun. Oh. And I can really take all your stuff? Thank you.
As you like.
We stare down the open jaws of Tongaloa. Captain, it has been an honor.
Oh, no, we're not going there yet. I'll go around. Your work was censorable. It is. I'm not gonna lie, it is horrible. No.
What did you find, Ishi?
I can get it to spill its secrets. I should.
It's you. They have a thing against this. Yeah, in my case, the thing is allergy. I mean, I wouldn't mind the AC if only I could open a window once in a while. But no, they were just glass panels, and you had to deal with it. So the way I dealt with it is I brought a humidifier to my workplace. Basically. Yeah.
It shall open to me.
Yeah, okay, go and open that. But now I changed a whole floor. I moved floors, rather. And now I can open a window, but if I open a window, then my door won't lock properly, and an alarm will go blaring off after 5 minutes.
There we are.
Heat place moisture sounds like a bad day. Yeah, but dry air also is extremely bad for your health. That's why I was constantly sick for the past year. Because the air was too dry, I got allergy reaction. The allergy reaction turned into infection. I can't stress enough how cool their hair moves when they go invisible, go off the map. But yeah, I wanted to rise the humidity at least to a normal level, like 40-50%. Before that it was 20, below 20. Is that lightning bomb? Great. Oh yeah, and when people wanted the nuclear plant in Poland, then the politicians decided that no, people do not want nuclear plant in Poland. Let's keep using up fossil fuel because reasons. To be fair, I live beside like not lakes. I live at the coastline. I live near the sea, so when I am outside, there is no problem with humidity. When I go inside the building where I cannot open my window and where the AC is blaring all the time, then yeah, the lack of humidity is the problem. When the warlord spots you, his shoulders stiffen, and he reaches for the mace strapped to his back.
Kith, how is it you have come to be here? Nay, it is of little matter.
I'm not here to fight you.
Your words hold no weight, Kith. Rathun decide their own battles.
His words boom from behind his helm without falter, yet he does not strike. With a raised hand, he signals his warriors to wait. There's no reason for us to fight when we can both be of aid to each other instead. He scrubs a hand over the front of his helm, apparently awaiting your words.
I concede to your point. For the time being, Aethys deserves death, not words. The Defiler God has brought war to Ash and Moor in revenge against Margaret and her Rathun.
The warlord regards you hotly, fire sweat dripping down his neck. His surrounding warriors clang their weapons against their chests over the floor, clamoring for blood.
What is your relation to Aethys, if not to act with him against Margaret?
Ieta stole part of my soul and I need it back.
Then you two have cause against Aethys, as we do. We are prepared to assault Aethys at the base of the moor. The shrine will lower us to the sacred Ardra pillar, where the embodied god now gluts himself.
Let me through. I'll speak with Ieta and convince him to leave this place.
Even if I believed you, I cannot do such a thing.
Why? He shakes his head. His eyes burn, fiercely intent.
We guard the sacred depths of the moor. None may freely enter. Thus the shrine lies dormant, locked without the talk of Bethacton. Our high priestess. The Brenthis is the talk's rightful bearer, but she has yet to return to the keep.
I found your Barentis. She's dead.
Then it is as I feared, and as I felt. Her flames have been extinguished. I do not share the Brenthis' ability to commune with Margaret, but I must believe the goddess would will us to fight. We must make a final stand.
I have the torque.
I heard shouts of your triumph preceding you. It would seem you are unparalleled among your kind. And mine. What became of the ancient? Jorda Fairless? Triumph will be nigh impossible without her.
But what do you look at me? Look to the captain, I say.
The warlord tilts his head as if considering the true meaning to your companion's reaction. Growing distrustful, he tightens his grip on his mace.
You will answer me, Kith, without trickery or lies.
The dragon has forsaken you. He falls silent, the scrollings on his skin flaring hotly.
Indeed. I feared the worst when the Brenthis failed to return with the beast. We've no choice. Despite the odds, we'll attack without either's strength. If this is to be our last stand, we must prepare ourselves, either for victory or for sacrifice. Lest Margaret forsake us for our failures. You've earned the right to Fire Shrine, with the talk of the Ether Flame. But we cannot join you as yet, in facing the Defiler.
Okay. Did I? Oh.
Always seemed real cold to me for a fire god. Like she'd rather see you die struggling than offer help.
You stand before the shrine of Margran, goddess of flame and war. Lifting your eyes, fiery motes begin to streak across your vision as you stare into the imposing cast of her likeness. For the span of a single breath, everything falls eerily silent. The Rathun behind you fade away. Flames to either side of you flicker higher, dancing without sound. But the heat is real, licking at your skin. Then metal groans as Margaret's statue bends her head to you in greeting.
Watcher, the time does not allow for niceties. Even now, Aethys gains strength from the spire. What progress have you to report?
There two are preparing a final assault against Aethys.
Then they will burn to ash and return to the mud kiln from whence they came.
She leans forward, the copper of her corded arms gleaming from the blustering flames. She tugs her sword free from her plinth, and the entire shrine shudders with heat.
Presently, I shall erupt this volcano, and with it, consume Aethys. I suggest you retreat if you at all value your mortal form.
I need more time to reach Aethys.
I can give you only the moments more it takes me to fully fire the depths of this maw. After that, I will not stay the assault. Even for you.
Of course.
Fare thee on, Watcher. My condolences, should you die.
An avatar of the goddess flashes over the imposing statue before you. As the image fades, her absence leaves the shrine cold and deathly silent. A statue of Margaret towers above you, bloodied and battle-ready. The goddess clutches both sword and shield. At the base of the statue, a rectangular iron slatted altar rests between two unlit braziers. Let's blaze the torch. The braziers on either side of the altar flare to life, red-hot flames shooting high before settling into a steadier, softer burn within the bowls. Lava eddies beneath iron grating in the floor, hitting the soles of your feet, while the statue herself seems to wake, metal groaning, rasping as the shrine moves. Hey. Let's go into depths. Then, before you trigger the shrine to lower into the maw, you realize not everyone in your group is standing on the platform. Rather than leaving someone behind, you wait to start the descent. Okay, so, of course.
Yes?
That makes sense. It's not really necessary, but that makes sense. With a squeal of metal against metal, the entire floor drops, a stomach lurching 5 feet. Chains clang like the toll of a bell as they catch, pounding against the time-worn gears. Then the shrine begins steadily lowering into the maw. As the shrine cranks lower into the maw, Aethys' colossal Ardra-carved dome, neck, and shoulders slowly emerge into view. This close, the god rises up like a mountain, larger than you ever remember having seen him. Energy vibrates from his massive body, and a cacophony of mutterings and shouts from the soul swirling within it slams into you, nearly knocking you from your feet.
Indeed.
Boy, he'd be big from down here too.
Well, I think, wait, what was it? It was 10, 11 stories high for the statue? Something like that.
Watcher, I wasn't sure you'd make it. But there is enough of you in me to grasp that you had a better chance than most. Some would say it's because you have a strong soul. Great deeds come easily to one so spiritually blessed. Or have you become great because of what has been thrust upon you? Watcher of Cadnua, Herald of Berith, Hound of Aethys.
It's in my soul. It always has been. Greatness is my birthright.
There is little evidence to dispute your claim. You, who ended Theos and learned the secrets of the gods. Woe may befall the next god or mortal who stands in your way. But you have come a great distance for answers. What would you ask of me, Watcher?
Can you atone for all the damage you've done?
No, not now. Not in your lifetime. Perhaps in 100 generations, the books and tongues of Kith will forget the name Aethys. A penance, paid in full, noted by none. That would be my absolution.
You're just gonna wait for us to forget what you did? That's your penance?
Adair stands in a broad posture, the one he so often takes when placing himself between friend and foe. His neck is sharply craned to meet the unblinking stare of his god.
Don't take my job, okay? I am the narrator here.
How about you start by giving back the souls you took? Or maybe by apologizing to every one of your followers, especially the ones that died for you.
The molten rock of Magran's teeth gleams bright orange in his eyes, and he looks like a man overtaken by a furious spirit.
You owe this Watcher here. You owe my brother Woden, and every last one of us that ever followed you. And you owe me. I never asked you for much, but you owe me better than what you're given.
I cannot atone for my mistakes with words alone, Adair. I know this now. It is why I began this journey and why I must move on. But you have come here for other answers. Why I have returned. Where I am going. Am I answering to you, or to Berith?
After all you've done, I think every creature that lived and breathed on the earth needs to know.
And it would seem even she whose presence shakes the heart of this mountain needs to know.
Do you mean Magran?
Of course. Magran fears what I will do, just as she feared what I would do in the Deerwood. But this time is different. This time, there is no power on Aora or in all of hell to stop me. Understand that what I'm saying is neither a boast nor a challenge. It is the clearest statement of truth I can give you. Give Berith, in the hopes of dissuading you from taking actions that may harm others.
What are you going to do?
Force gods and mortals alike to open their eyes to one another.
No, you need to speak clearer, please.
It seems my sister does not like the sound of that.
Can you be more specific? What are you trying to do?
I want to return the gods to our original purpose, and to allow mortals to worship us, or ignore us, for what we are, not what we pretend to be.
Okay, you've got me intrigued now.
Whatever you're doing, there's gotta be a better way.
When I entered Widewin, I did so with the intention of illuminating the history of Anguith. I wanted to show all the nations of the Eastern Reach the machines we had used to create ourselves. How we had hidden our true nature from mortals for millennia. But even if I had succeeded, my words would have been easy to deny. Belief creates the foundation upon which a mind's reality is built. Some minds can never let go of that foundation. They would rather hold tight to the world in their mind than accept what they're being told.
First about that freedom of religion. I don't think freedom of religion per se, but hear me out. This guy here that we are speaking with, this god, the goddess that we just spoke to, they were humans or Kith once. They were like us. But because of the technology they had, they managed to ascend themselves to godhood, and thus creating the pantheon of gods. And now they must feed on the souls of mortals to keep their energy, keep their godhood, basically. They need the fuel. If that's so, why are you doing this time that will make any difference?
I have not come to speak, to convince, to plead, but to break the foundations of belief itself. To extinguish the lights that maintain the illusions we have created. We took on the mantles of gods from legends, and in so doing, made real what was false, crafted truth from fiction.
And also, I think that's the reason that the gods from this and the previous RPG didn't like the goddess from the Avowed. Because there we have the one and only god that was not made from a man, from a human, from a kid, however you want to call it. But she was made from a land. She was created naturally by a land being worshipped by Kith. And not a Kith put for a machine.
The time has come for a new covenant between gods and mortals. One forged in the light of truth and understanding between our kind. I will leave this place and go to the lost city the Huana call Ukaizo. It is there that all souls pass through the machines of the gods, where all souls pass into the beyond before beginning their next life. When I reach that place, I will find our great machines and tear them to pieces. I will smash the great wheel until the lights of hell all gutter and die. And when my work is done, I will leave this world forever.
More destruction. You're tearing the whole world apart because you can't make peace among yourselves.
He's not wrong.
Adair, there will never be peace among mortals, so long as they are unwittingly manipulated by the gods. The divine enslavement that Woodica reveres perpetuates ignorance, chaos, and violence across the world.
Oh, it's such a shame that we don't have Shotty with us. She is also a follower of Eodas, or of God, the other version of Eodas, yada yada yada.
I only wish to destroy the darkness that surrounds the gods, that you may better see us for what we are.
I guess that's one way to get a response.
I'm surprised Margaret is reacting this way. I would have thought she would appreciate a trial of this magnitude, one that tests us all. Both gods and mortals alike rely on the wheel. We depend on it for the souls that give us power. Mortals depend on it for the lives of future generations. Breaking it will force all of us to face the truth. We will fail together or move forward together. Either ending is preferable to the cycle we still find ourselves in.
Why I didn't take her? Probably because my brain... Oh.
The gods have put you in a precarious position, Watcher. Considering all the troubles I have put you through, the least I can do is protect you from the wrath Margaret has intended for me.
No, the least you could do is give me back my soul. And what I wanted to say is that my brain is so scrambled by navigating Neketaka that I already forgot that Shorty is a follower of Eodas, and that maybe it would be a good plan to take her with us. So no, I completely forgot. This doesn't make us even, you know.
Perhaps I will have another opportunity to make amends. Until then, this will have to do. Brace yourself, Watcher.
Give me back my soul.
Hey, Aethys, we're not done here. You and I, we're not finished. Don't think you can just move me aside like all the rest.
What he said.
Maybe you can't be stopped. But on behalf of everyone you've trampled, betrayed, and ignored, I'll be coming to see you again.
Adair spits. In the surging heat, it never reaches the ground.
Perhaps we will meet again, Adair. Until then, take care of the Watcher.
It reminds me a lot.
Aethys's great hand floats away from the luminous Audra pillar. As it pulls back, for a brief moment you see a golden tether flash into existence between the pillar and the great Titan's back. When the Audra fingers gently cradle you, there is first a sensation of warmth, but it is followed by a harsh splitting of consciousness. Your awareness vacillates erratically between the physical world and the spiritual dimension of Aethys's body. Your soul glides amid the many trapped with Aethys. As your brilliant form passes by them, they call and reach out for help. Below Aethys's body, the volcano erupts. Molten rock rushes over the great Audra body, but does not slow its movement. Rathun rush to higher ground, but cannot outpace the lava, which overwhelms and consumes them as it rises. Your attention returns to the heart of Aethys's body. Deep within the whirling masses of souls, you again sense your own presence, the fragment that was taken from you. This time, you reach out to it as it reaches out to you. You meet somewhere in the great mass of Audra, the rest of the souls fading at the edge of your awareness. We are together again. Are you ready to be together again?
Yes, it's about time.
Are you certain? Since we've parted, you've become someone else, and I have become myself. When we join, we won't be ourselves anymore. Your senses yank back to your body, still in Aethys's hand. There is light, sunlight. He has emerged from Ashen Maw, the rim of the volcano and the great keep of the Rathun collapsing behind him. The Audra is barely visible through the thick lava covering his body, and still, he moves. The ocean is gone, water sucked away, leaving only the bare seabed glistening in an ominous silence. You summon the strength to turn your head. Through the cracks in the great god's fingers, you see a wall of water, taller than Nekataka, taller than Aethys, as tall as the moon. It comes with the rumbling of a terrible stampede. The wave slams into Aethys. His hand closes, protecting you from the devastation. Somewhere in your mind, you hear Andra screaming.
Yes, Mama, please don't hurt me.
You are back inside him. Back with yourself. Are you still the same Watcher who fed a wretch to Scan's blood pool? Darkness roils within the soul as it awaits your response. I am.
Oh, wretch to Scan's blood pool, Scan. God of Defiance, yes. I don't remember. Who was the wretch? I don't remember. No, I've changed.
This may be painful then, but I suppose it will be so for both of us. You feel cool air, seawater. The back of your mind pulls your attention back to your body. Aethys stands amid the now calm waves. Kraken futilely clinging to his limbs as he gingerly sets down your shield. He carefully opens his other, setting your body on the deck. As your head comes to rest, your vision rocks forward, pulled back into the Audra, back to your soul. Some of us is lost to him. Fragments and the empty spaces between them. They will always be a part of him. But we are still us. And it's time for us to go. Together.
We're there.
The soul rushes toward you, flying into you with ferocious speed. You are thrust back through the Audra, out of the palm of Aethys' hand, back into your body. You can feel the sensation of your skin, the warmth of the Audra, but you are not fully in control. The other soul struggles to reach the surface of the body's consciousness, but you pull it down. Entangled, you float in a dark, boundless expanse. The more you fight each other, the closer you become, until somehow, impossibly, every piece of you is touching every piece of them. Through the distant window of your eyes, you see Aethys push slowly against your ship. Though his touch is light, it is still the touch of a boat. The ship lurches, rapidly tearing across the water southward. His hand pulls away from your ship's wake, his body straightening, towering overhead. The volcanic rock, now cooled and gently steaming, sloughs from his body as he moves. The Audra beneath is still immaculate, unmarred. He watches you depart, and you hear a voice in your mind as you sink deeper into the blackness of sleep.
Tell them what you have witnessed, Watcher. Tell them what is coming.
Oh, that's gonna end badly for us.
The windows of your eyes retreat into the distance. The fragment of your soul is so close to you in the darkness that you can't tell if its thoughts are separate from your own. Aethys is going to Ukaizo.
Aethys is going to Ukaizo.
He's going to stop the wheel.
He's going to stop the wheel.
Aethys is going to Ukaizo. Aethys is going to Ukaizo. He's going to stop the wheel. The words repeat in your mind until they become an incessant, meaningless mantra. Involuntary meditation in the emptiness of your unconscious. When the words finally dissolve and become part of the darkness, you see a pinpoint of light. You no longer sense the other soul. No longer sense the person you were before Aethys touched you. You swim toward the light. As you come closer, the light becomes two blurry spots of radiance. You settle in behind your eyes and feel your lips already moving, mumbling. Around your body you sense familiar scents and sounds, voices raised in shock and alarm. You take control of your mouth, opening it wide and drawing a great breath.
Why not create another god? That's why we need the machinery. We need the machinery on Ukaizo to create a new god. You cannot do it otherwise. No other way. A pounding headache drags you most of the way back to your senses. Your vision blurs and an acrid taste fills your parched mouth. The details of the room slowly come into focus. The sounds of an ongoing debate, a distant echo.
Are we simply going to wait? What if she never wakes up?
Are those frilled collars stuffed in your ears? If the Watcher's mumblings are right, then Aethys is marching on Ukaizo. We have to move. He's seizing power from the very gods who betrayed him. Destroying the wheel to make sure they never come back. It's a coup, and we have to muster the strength to stop it.
The unraveling of Kohopa from Tangaloa is our greatest test from the gods, I say. We must live to deserve the world they make for us.
The assembled leaders turn their attention away from each other in prolonged and thoughtful silence. At last you feel fully present and steady on your feet. The attention of the room abruptly shifts to you, filling the void with expectant whispers. But we have one natural... Yes, and that one natural god was made from people believing in land, but in no living creature. Really, really hard on a god of fighting. Blood for the blood god. Yeah. If we will take tens of Maybe. Maybe. But we would need, I don't know, 1,000 years? 2,000 years to create a god like that? I don't think we have that time. My head.
Good, you're awake. Just when I was worried we were going to stand around all day talking.
You know, every time you come back from the dead, it's a little less exciting. You gotta space it out more.
Join our talks, I say. Rational discussion will gust away the ominous smoke rising from Ashen Maw. The Deadfire is no stranger to cataclysm. We can survive by cleaving to a shared purpose, a greater good, Akira.
How many sacrifices to speed that process? Actually... Actually, that might be a good idea. Because the creation of the avowed goddess was because there were natural disasters on the island happening as well. Those natural disasters created sacrifices. The sacrifices fed the Ajra that were on that island. If we can cut off ourselves a bunch of rocks and feed souls into those rocks, maybe we can create ourselves a god.
For what else did the gods place us here? We who have ships and resources enough to make a difference.
Castor glances around the room at the gathered parties, his brows clumping.
What we need is brass. Rawatai has ships and cannons aplenty, but the only way I'm sending them is if...
The sound of approaching footsteps grows in volume as a courier scrambles into the throne room, panting and glistening with sweat. His mouth opens and closes like a fish, gasping desperately for breath.
Ships have formed the blockade around Queen's Birth. Their commander demands parley with Serpent's Crown.
What? But what about our ships? I must get a message through to the captains.
For what do our enemies paint a target on their hull? This is a stirring bid for my attention. Send word to my water shapers to drain the sea around the flagship. I would parley on better terms than this.
My queen! They fly the colors of pirates! The Principi are...
Well, what have we here?
Hi, Eldis. How are you? I was meaning to get back to you, I swear. The motley sailors who don't hold the Juana guards at bay with drawn weapons take in some of more opulent decorations with avid interest. One Byron separates out from the fold, sauntering boldly forward.
Forgive me, Lovesome, but it looks like you're having a party. A rather fine one to which you didn't invite me.
Sorry.
You painted vagrants are a plague on my tribes. Why should I not hang you from the walls of my garden?
You should be asking yourself how they got in here in the first place.
Oh, I do love when they squabble. But I'm here for neither pleasantries nor entertainment. We've bigger fish to fry. Or should I say gods. Now everyone just calm down. I promise we won't fire on you at this time. Unless firstly provoked. That is... until once we've safely absconded from the city back to the high seas. Then all bets are off again, aye?
Yes, well, if you have a point, pirate, I suggest you reach it quickly.
We're supposed to take a bunch of pirates at their word?
Yes?
Right you are. However, I'm here because I've got questions, ones that can't wait. And the Lovesome Watcher's the only one likely to answer them nicely.
If we want to reach Ukaizo, we'll need every ship at our disposal.
Ukaizo?
Yes?
What's the lost city of gold got to do with a god on a rampage?
Oh my goodness, right. Right. Ietas is going to shatter life and death while the rest of you bicker. Ietas is going there to break the reincarnation cycle.
Well, fuck if that doesn't put things into perspective. But what's that even mean in the long run? Folks who die won't be coming back again.
Maybe. It's possible. I don't know. This isn't exactly common.
This is all dark and foreboding sounding. But what's it mean for my soul? I mean, I like the idea of pirating throughout the Great Beyond as much as the next gal. But if, say, I got no awareness after I die, does it even matter what happens?
Ak, of course you have no interest past that of your eyes and your stomach. Let us speak now of what can be done. Must be done. Watcher, you know best of all of us what our options are.
Well, honestly, every cannon in here I couldn't slow him down.
But, Watcher, you must have some solution. Some insight, at least. A weakness, or...
No.
We have to act quickly. Defending Ukaizo is the highest priority. Our ships are fast and well-equipped. We could sail to the edge of Andra's mortar. See if Aethys' passage opens a way through the storms. Of course, finding Ukaizo once we're through is another matter.
If you can get me through Andra's mortar, I can take you to Ukaizo.
That's so. You just might be able to save us.
We speak of collectively sailing for Andra's mortar.
Yes.
But this crown will not support any plan that involves a single outsider ship landing on the shores of Ukaizo.
That is your problem, honestly.
It is for this moment that the gods test me. Anyone who seeks to cross Andra's mortar will learn that the gates of Ukaizo are the end of compromise with the Huana.
We're not here to debate over territory. Our souls are in jeopardy.
I think I'm getting the gist of it now. While these witless princocks go at each other's throats, we Principi will cut through the storms and plunder the city of gold.
What?
Whatever Aethys is seeking in those ruins, we'll find it. And then we'll sell it to the highest bidder.
What?
That, or me and mine will have front row seats to the end of the world.
If the Huana cannot take back our beginning, then our end fast approaches. The gods will judge us by our devotion to Ukaizo.
Are you going to guard it as closely as you've guarded your palace today?
Ugh. Oh, that's not. No, I think he's gonna lose his head.
Ukaizo was yours once, and you lost it. Meanwhile, the storms that cover Andra's mortar plague Rauatai too. We will help the Watchers stop Aethys, but we will not leave our country's future in soft hands. We hope the Watcher agrees.
Not really. Leave me out of it.
Watcher, there are two kinds of people in the Deadfire. Those who have called it home since time immemorial, and opportunists. With Ukaizo under our control, the Huana would restore order as it has not been seen since the days of our ancestors.
Ak, order. And the only question is whether it will be the order of ignorance and tradition, or else of conquest. The secrets to be found in Ukaizo could elevate us all beyond the telling. I will not relinquish that dream so easily.
Without so much as a final farewell, Eldis tips her head to her armed crew, and the pirates withdraw as swiftly as they arrived.
Watcher, I say the time to play at freelancing is at an end. Any of us could get you to Ukaizo, but only one of us will stand by your side.
Wanna bet? Studying you carefully, Onekaza nods and gestures for her attendants to clear the room.
Let's speak, Watcher, while we have the chance.
Cut them both and seize power. I don't want to seize the power. I just want to live my life in peace and with my, well, now both souls untouched. I had power once when I was playing Tyranny. It ended in flames and war.
So, it's to be Ukaizo. The last great arena of this contest. If you believe that sort of thing. Planting a flag in the sands of Ukaizo is a great way to hang a target on your back.
We set sail for Aethys, not an island.
Glad to hear that a practical opinion can still shout over the masses. I just want to know that we're doing this for the right reason. So far, I'm unconvinced. Until I see Ukaizo for myself, it's a bedtime story. Let the poets hang their hopes on a dream. Rawatai's navy should be better than this.
What does Ukaizo mean to you?
Ukaizo has fooled everyone into sacrificing and compromising for the ultimate prize of what? Getting there first? Even if we succeed, not everyone's gonna make it back to sing the tale of lost Ukaizo.
Sounds like you have personal reservations.
Ukaizo isn't a fortress in the path of shipping lanes. We don't even know if this mythical island has any defensive value. When this campaign is spread across razor-thin margins, how does the company plan on sustaining a garrison half the world away in uncharted seas? All the powers imagine that Ukaizo is a symbol for control, and they're willing to bet everything that they're right.
All my friends firmly believe I should not have actual power. I wonder why is that? I honestly have... I think I might have an inkling. The trading companies can bicker for territory. We have work to do.
Couldn't be prouder to be a part of it, Captain. Thanks for letting me squawk in your ear like a Shiza after too much shark meat. I needed that.
You're welcome.
Ukaizo. We are actually going to Ukaizo.
Yes?
The tribes will look to me to bridge our past and our future. A heavy responsibility, I say.
I'm more interested in catching up to Iotas.
Ikara, how refreshing to know your course. One day for me, perhaps.
I really wanna punch the Hehu.
The praise they showered on Ngati's chosen. Until now, it all seemed an empty gesture. Never a promise that I could fulfill. I was the toast of Nekataka. But all of that is behind me. I must turn away from delights and think of the tribes. Ukaizo will show us the way. The tribes will find themselves again. I would discover what our ancestors forgot. The Covenant is more important than ever.
Yes, give me a moment. Ukaizo belongs to all the people of the Deadfire. You have a duty to serve them.
I will give it thought. There is time enough for that, at least. Ukaizo should be the discovery of our lifetime. With the trading companies and the Principe ready to descend on each other, I wish the island had kept its secrets a while longer.
The world around you darkens, and once again you feel an insistent tug for your attention. The pull centering from Takehu's soul.
It pains me to see my boy so conflicted. Questions tear at his heart, and the ache reaches me even here.
Ondra pops her jaw on her fist and regards you coolly.
If you continue to encourage him, his life will grow more complicated. He will be the savior his people want. Someone to drag their past into the present.
She shrugs as if the distinction is nothing to her.
Empires have fallen since I favored the Huana with power and wisdom. How they wield it is their choice. Just see that my boy comes to no harm.
Honestly, he is the more favored child right now. So Ondra is... He is Ondra's godlike. I am also Ondra's godlike, but I apparently am a common one. Well, he is a special one. So he's literally the favorite child to Ondra. And I'm just here to do all the bidding, all the hard work. Before you have a chance to react, Ondra claps her hands, and your surroundings assert themselves once more.
There is much to consider, and little time to decide our course. I fear that we will see the path before us before we are ready to walk it.
Yes, we will. Ish.
I say it is not every day that a ship pulls into port from Margaret's teeth. You are not too singed, I hope.
Let the other guy and become the third. This is not how it works. He was touched in other places at birth than I was.
So, my sister finally wishes to negotiate with the Wahaki. This is serious work. I trust you to behave yourself on Oreo Kowiki.
Akira, just this once, my prince.
Months ago, I told Onikaza to make appeals to the Wahaki Ranga. She must feel the walls of the Deadfire closing in, I say.
Do you have any advice?
Be respectful and ignore the mutterings in the street. I say the Wahaki are keepers of tradition, not hardened killers. But if earning the trust of the Wahaki was easy, I would have done it ages ago.
They can be the favorite if it's not around. Well, you know we have resurrection cycle in this world, right? Quite literally, he can be resurrected. If Ondra favors him enough, she will resurrect him in another body, of course, but this one will be the same. But we just couldn't get it any more complicated, I believe. We are godlikes of Ondra. We have deal with Berath, god of death and rebirth. And we apparently are scheming with Iotas against other gods. We are doomed no matter what we do.
Every corner of the Deadfire babbles of the devastation from Magran's teeth. And Eothas marches on Ukaizo while I juggle armloads of enemies. This is no coincidence. Nagati is testing me, I say.
Do you think you're equal to the challenge?
If I am not, then Nagati will close her jaws around me. I will live to taunt her and keep my people safe. If you have spent any time in the Deadfire at all, the myth of lost Ukaizo can be no mystery.
The Hrap epic romanticized Ukaizo, but speculated that it would be found again.
Akira, they say that anyone who saw Ukaizo would suffer to be apart from it. They say the beaches of Ukaizo spanned impossible horizons, and its towers graced the light of distant stars. At night, I even... but it is nothing.
Go on.
For what do the tribes not fight each other? For what are we united if not to take back lost Ukaizo? Under Wodika's gaze do we keep order. Atop Nagati's seas are we tested. From Akuhu's bowels do we carry wisdom back to the tribe.
You sure that's wisdom?
Revelation comes from unlikely places, soldier. I say you should have learned this on the battlefield. The gods want this for us, I say. We have come this far to restore order and earn back our empire.
Herself, Maya shakes her head.
You have thoughts, soldier?
Valia came here to make some coin. Rauatai followed to catch up with Valia. Now the Huana are scrambling to catch up to Rauatai. It'd be funny if it wasn't gonna get so many good people killed.
Anyone who stands in our way is a wave to be crested. Your superiors should know this already. So, Watcher, do we unite and sail for Ukaizo?
Rauatai has an equal claim on Ukaizo. You're wrong to exclude them.
I invite you into my confidence, and you turn against me?
Not really. I'm
For
telling
what
the truth.
Do you do this?
Your captain has made her choice, Takehu.
I did?
Go then. Enjoy your new allies. Profit and hold their custom. Do not return unless you bring your senses, and pray that my mind is unchanged when you do.
So we can still change the choice. I just advise that they both should go there. If this If Ukaizo is so grand,
So
as they
Crown
say,
granted your master an audience. How did it go?
Akira,
they should
tempestuous.
work together. Is it really that hard for them? Ah. Look at the gun, that is done. Desirel, Dunesh, Kawara. To do a lot of things. So complete. I'm pretty sure. Okay. It's Naoki. Kokohara. Kokohara. Pokokohara. Nikitaka stressed here. Burante. We need to go back to not to Secretary. Hey. Somewhere. We need to go back somewhere. Okyo Koiki. And Honored Guest Harbinger's Watch. Issue. We also need to find. Yeah. There's so many things to find. Okay, let's go to East Road. We need to go back to our ship, and with that, let's go back to the very beginning first. I'm glad our ship came back with us. And I haven't finished Pahuana. Why, Stuart, finally. And it's a way for me to go to the ship. I don't know how. It's on the map, but no. Okay. Tikawara Dunach. Here. I wanna go here. So whose side do you think of going with? Probably the Rautawai. I honestly have no pros or cons for any of the four sides, rather.
You find yourself in cold, suffocating darkness. There is a familiar weight in your hand. A lantern. It sputters to life, and the world shifts into focus. A staircase spirals endlessly below you. With nowhere else to go, you start down. A wave of blistering heat hits you. Then a sea salt wind. Divine voices boom and screech. Their words shake the platform beneath you, shake the very air around you. The gods are fighting.
Look, Joe, there's your favorite goddess and my mama.
Lay your blame elsewhere, Wodika. I won't suffer your arguments any longer.
Mogren looms large before you, an accusing finger leveled at the melted visage of Wodika. Wodika screws her mouth into a sneer.
You fool! If only we had attacked him when I first proposed it.
Accusations drip bitter as bile from her tongue.
Nah. I'm not intervening in that. I don't care.
Enmity and animus, Watcher. Two old songs we sing in well-practiced harmony. Unable to reach accords, we compete to see who shouts best Shakeora.
The pallid knight looks down at you, a frown etched deep in her otherwise statue-still features.
I am afraid we are not at our best.
The Watchers return. Perhaps we should hear what she has to say.
Helia's birds chatter anxiously among themselves. Wal's many eyes alight on each god in turn.
We make little enough progress on our own.
Progress? Are you playing something new?
We try, but agreement eludes us.
Andra's storm-dark eyes swivel to meet yours.
Is there nothing we can do?
Magrin glances at the pallid night from the corner of her eye. After a thoughtful pause, she speaks.
The time has come for us to seize the power we have long left untouched and absorb our scattered children.
No.
Andra nods, her lure bobbing bright.
Terrible though it would be, perhaps you are right.
No. No. Didn't Magrin mention this once before?
I did, and I was scolded like a child for my terrible audacity.
A curl of steam rises from her nose. The pallid knight looks on, impassive.
I disagree with this plan. I hate this plan.
Should we be killed in our god forms, we can possess you, our godlike children. Or should we face a force too powerful to stand against, we can absorb your souls, granting us additional strength.
What?
Yes, your life and thousands of others would be forfeit to serve the greater good.
The pallid knight speaks with the chilly temperance possessed only by the god of death.
Who's good? Yours?
We are your gods.
I don't care.
Forged of thousands upon thousands of willing souls sacrificed on the altar of progress. Yes, our good is greater.
No, it isn't.
But the time for that plan has long passed us by.
Oh, thank goodness.
Are we to keep nothing for ourselves? Not a single secret retained? Not a solitary mystery?
No.
Magrin elbows one of Wal's floating eyes away.
Aethys will lay bare our every secret soon enough. What is one or two revealed now? But we get ahead of ourselves. First, the Watcher must get to Ukaizo, and that will be a trial all its own.
Another. Aren't you bored yet?
Magrin smiles.
Not when you continue to surprise me.
The Guardian of Ukaizo has stood watch over that place for millennia. It will not stand aside, not even for Bareth's herald.
Helia, who had been lost in quiet, anxious conversation with her birds, breaks in.
It yet lives.
Of course. Our progenitors crafted it.
A pair of Helia's finches come to join Wal's floating eye. They hover just out of Magrin's reach and swoop in to poke her when she's not looking.
And the Watcher will be forced to reckon with it if she wishes to confront Aethys.
The birds at last linger too long, and Magrin slaps them away. They burst into a cloud of essence, then reform and fly in a screeching chorus back to Helia.
Guardian of Ukaizo.
A creature crafted by the Ingwithans to protect the machinery of reincarnation. It doesn't care much for visitors.
Of course.
Will you divulge our every secret to the Kith, Magrin?
I know you're Angwithians. I know you were Kith. I know you're just little scared humans.
Magrin shrugs.
If it suits me.
Go prepared, Watcher. The Guardian will not stand aside, not even for the Herald of Bareth.
Why can't you just get rid of it?
It is its own creature, Watcher. It does not listen to us.
Oh, I envy it so.
There is another topic we have yet to address.
No.
The pallid knight holds up one gauntleted hand, and the other gods fall silent.
Tell me, Watcher, where do you stand? What do you think of Aethys' scheme to destroy the wheel?
I still don't quite get what this all means. What will happen exactly when Aethys destroys the wheel?
The pallid knight spreads wide her hands.
Think of the Beyond as a reservoir, The in-between is storm clouds, and souls as rain. When a living thing dies, its soul enters the in-between. And when the in-between grows full, it releases souls into the beyond, where they wait to be redistributed to new bodies, new lives. The wheel is the process by which souls are moved from the in-between to the beyond, from the rain cloud to the reservoir, and from the reservoir into the living world. Without the wheel to mediate the transfer and redistribution of souls, the souls of all who die remain in the in-between. And without souls to fill it, the beyond gradually empties, trapping all of the remaining souls in existence in the in-between. When the beyond is empty and the last creature on Eora dies, that is the end of everything. It is Rimergon's future, the one he wants for us.
How does that affect the gods?
Soul essence sustains us. We feed off it, off the little fragments you mortal kith shed like snakeskin as you pass into your next life. Without sustenance, we starve as any mortal might. We die and leave a great silence behind, an eternal emptiness from which nothing is born.
I prefer to think of it as a very long vacation.
I am certain Rimergon would appreciate your company.
Tell us, Watcher, where do you stand?
We can no longer count on the gods for guidance. Kith will have to figure this out on our own.
Perhaps you misunderstand. This is not a test you will overcome on your own. Aethys intends to change the fundamental structure of life and death. Does that not frighten you? You, Kith, who are most vulnerable?
It does, but I will not let fear rule me.
Aethys loves the mortals more than any of us. He has always been their greatest champion. He believes Kith will rise to his challenge. I am not so sure, but I look forward to watching them try.
How did Eotas fool you all? You're the most powerful beings in Eora.
He found our blind spot and exploited it admirably. By the time we even had a hint of what it was he intended, it was already too late to stop him.
If we still had our bodies, we could oppose him.
Wodica balls her bony hands into fists and glares long at Andra.
Do not lay your blame on me. We set them aside after I killed Abaddon, it is true, but you did not fight the decision then.
She turns her back on Wodica then, and looks instead to the Pallid Knight.
Andra killed Abaddon by throwing moon on him. That's why we have one moon and some debris in the sky.
What if Aethys is right, and Kith succeed in rebuilding the wheel? What then?
I don't know, but aren't you curious to find out?
Wal grins.
Always, Watcher.
And what if they fail? Then they die. And so do we. We have to help them.
Helia's voice rises, near to panic. Wodica drives her fist into her hand.
Help them? We should finally bring them to heel.
The Pallid Knight raises a hand and stares at Wodica until she falls silent.
Watcher, Aethys yet values your counsel.
The Pallid Knight's eyes bore into yours.
An impassioned plea from the Hound of Aethys may still temper his actions. Confront him at Ukaizo.
I don't owe you anything anymore.
Only your life.
A faint smile plays at the corner of the Pallid Knight's lips.
Time moves swiftly away from us now.
The Pallid Knight spreads her hands before her.
Go, Watcher. Do what you must.
The edges of your vision begin to dim. Like a sun setting, twilight encroaches on your mind. The Pallid Knight conjures a blinding white light in her palm that swiftly grows to engulf the room. Then, the crack of thunder rends the air, and you feel the floor drop out beneath you. You come to flat on your back, staring at an all too familiar ceiling. Alone once again.
That they will try. Hey, what? Which side are you on? Whose side are you on? Sorry. He's pronouncing real. I don't know.
A moment of your time, Watcher, if you will.
I don't know. Maybe she really likes her wheel. Yes, Stuart?
Some of the hands discovered an unusual crate in the ship's hold.
What kind of crate?
It is roughly a yard to a side and labeled beans. The hands who noticed it were tasked by the cook to bring up ingredients for the evening's stew.
Hello. No beans in the crate then. A wave of affirmation rose from the steward, the spiritual equivalent of a nod. How did the crate get into my ship unnoticed?
Unfortunately, the ship lacks the defensive fortifications of Cadnua.
Of course.
A crate could have been slipped aboard at any of our ports of call, assuming it wasn't placed among our goods as we took on supplies.
Am I winning? Well, I managed to anchor, I think, every god so far. So yes, I am. And I am gonna destroy the Wheel of Souls. Thank you, Stuart. I'll go see what it is immediately.
The hand left the crate in the hold if you wish to examine it.
Thank you. Hold. Okay. Oh, I guess this one. The scents of food, salt, spices, and drink mix with the stale odor of old grass, the musty stink of rats, and the ever-present fragrance of the sea. The Defiant rocks gently, and you hear faint whispers, likely the quiet brushing of winds against the sails. Not far in, you find the crate in question. Its sides split by crowbars, the dry grass used as packing material spilled across the floor. Within stands an intricately crafted chest of some dark tropical wood. A polished visage peers up at you, a triumvirate of wild animal faces carved in the thrilling Juana style. The front of the chest bears an iron latch affixed to a complex iron mechanism that runs to the top four corners of the chest, using no bolts or keyholes. See the carvings. Wade Stewart is a very good employee. We don't cut her, especially since she's a stone bust. Did it crash for me? No, not so far, and I think we have, like, what, 20 hours so far? But I am playing Xbox, like, Game Pass version. Maybe it depends on that. %% decide. But what? Question. The front of the chest bears no iron. Ah, okay. I am very good at religion. The three animals seem to be a spider, a stelgar, and a boar. You don't know if they have any greater significance. The latches? Ah, Shotty's nose wrinkles at the image. I reckon this might be the Juana hunting god, like Galloway, but not exactly. Okay, let's examine the latches. The clever mechanism ensures that the box remains tightly sealed. There is no lock and no trap. You should be able to open it safely, but for some reason it ensures that it is tightly sealed. Okay. You turn the latch to the right, and a series of metal arms shift with it. The clasps holding the top of the chest come free, and you easily lift the lid. Laying within, cradled by dry grass, is an Aumawan head, the mottled flesh of its neck ragged, cut free from the rest of its body, wherever that may be. Shorty peers down on the grim cargo. I can't say I was expecting a head. Not even a little. Want me to fetch my lantern? As you peer down at the head, you feel a strange prickling sensation along your skin. Soul energy rises from the crate, throbbing in the air in time with the beating of your heart. It begins to take shape before you.
You can see me. It's really you then, the captain of the Defiance.
It's the Defiant, but yes.
Oh, this is fantastic. How satisfying it is to know one did not give one's life in vain. I come from the island of Kazuwari, and we need your aid.
But who are you?
Me, Muatu, formerly of the island of Kazuwari, presently of the Beyond.
What kind of aid do you need?
Kazuwari is an island where the most skillful hunters, the most hardened explorers, the deadliest warriors all gather to earn Tuamawai's favor.
Tuamawai, it rings a bell.
But Humaire, the island's caretaker, says the essence that sustains the island has sickened. Curdled, she called it. The animals, the trees, they all churn with anger and fear.
Who is Tuamawai?
The faces of the hunt, that which hunts, kills, and endures, respectively.
Good to know.
Some believe them to be the tripartite aspects of Galawain. Not that I would know, I've never asked them. We need a watcher. No one else can talk to souls, Humaire said, and souls are our problem.
Yeah, it's your problem.
You're a watcher, right?
Yes.
The watcher, the one who died and lived again, who speaks to the gods. That's the watcher we need.
If you can say the name 5 times, probably not. I have problems saying it once. No, there was no Halloween. More like get spoken at by gods?
I knew it! I knew Humaire wouldn't have lied. You will help, won't you?
You mentioned Tuamawai's favor. I could use a little divine favor.
The favor comes in many forms, all of them wondrous. Tuamawai is very generous to the strongest among us. Speak to Humaire at Kazuwari, Watcher. She'll be able to better explain the situation than I am.
Where is Kazuwari?
Kazuwari's a huge island west of Hasango. It's pretty hard to miss, what with the high cliffs and waterfalls.
West of Hasango, okay.
There's one thing you should know. The faces of the hunt jealously control who enters and leaves the island. But there's a waterfall on the southern side of the island that will allow you to sneak in, so long as you're circumspect. I guess you should also know.
What?
The island's residents might not take too kindly to your presence if you're found. They're, prickly bunch. But I'm sure that won't be a problem for you.
Helping people who don't want my help? Hey, come on, that's also fun.
They're really not so bad once you get to know them. They're almost nice. Well, no, that's a lie. But Humaire's all right. Once we've arrived, I can help you find your way into the heart of the island. You know, if you want me to, I wouldn't want to presume. In the meantime, I'll be here, well, behind you, really, with the rest of the spirits following you around.
Of course. Cool, thank you. How many souls do I need? A lot. So it's not entirely sure that I don't owe Baraf anything anymore. Let me get out of here.
As you like.
It was so quick one. I wish I could bench souls, but not yet. Once we are a soul ourselves, maybe we should be able to. Anyone else want to talk? No, great, wonderful. Like so. West of something. That's all I get. Angry trees, angry animals, west of something, and we were going to damage. And I need to buy food and drink for the crew again. Ay. Why do they have to eat and drink? Why? And Kate knew what that wasn't a problem. The Deadfire sea is calm, and the Defiant cuts smoothly across its surface, gulls trailing in the craft's wake. At the wheel, Landreth whistles quietly to himself. Beodul and Grim Coultron stands near the starboard rail, quietly discussing the safest course to your destination. Seraphine's voice wafts down from the aft castle. All I be saying, lass, be that you're a fine feathered lad may be a tad more cooperative if you weren't always speaking ill of his breath. Maya raises her arm sharply, bidding Ishiza to dismount. That he better stop eating carrion after his mama spends all day preparing the shark meat. With a loud squawk and a blur of red feathers, Ishiza flies to perch on the rigging. The Defiant creaks as it crosses the waves. Let's stick with Landreth. The Landreth grins, whistles a bit more loudly, and picks up the pace of the tune. A fine day and such inspired performances need a song to match them. The Kehu takes a deep breath, but he's distracted by a stirring in the breeze. Seraphin strokes his braided beard beneath a quick, quiet smirk. Breeze tugs at you close as the sea salt-laced air shifts. A long, grey line stretches across the horizon. It seems to shimmer, like the air on a hot day. Beodul's nose wrinkles as the sailor stares into the distance. No storm that, too low, and growing too fast. Seraphin's ears flatten against the sides of his head. Flogging back up! Whatever that mother be, she be moving with quickness. Best be bringing her about while we're here to bring. I gotta get to work already. Such a good for me. Have a good day. I will certainly punch a god. And cut one or two. Let's make it free. For good measure. A quiet rumble rolls across the sea as the line grows, a massive swell of water barreling towards the Defiant. Bring us about. I think we're big enough to go straight over that wave. I have no idea. Landreth points the bowsprit directly into the wave. The deck rises before you, water rushing past to either side as the ship ascends. You experience a moment of weightlessness before the Defiant pitches forward and plunges down the far side of the wave. The helmsman howls, though you're not sure whether in excitement or terror. The swell moves past, leaving the sea heaving in its wake. As the Defiant steadies, you regain your feet and take stock of the damage. Landreth clings to the wheel like it might try to fly away. What in the God's name was that? Grim Coultron frowns out across the calming sea. Came from the southeastern Deadfire, Captain, around Tikawara, if I had to guess. Or the Black Isles. Maybe there was an eruption or quake or something. The Defiant sails on. Oh, on the island. Anything? Anything for us on this island? Pretty please. Abandoned village. I like that. Leave our ship at the shore and we can collect some stuff. Search the location. That's all. Oh, and and we are almost at the damage as well. At the beacon? Radiant Court? I don't remember. There was something at the court, I reckon. I'm not going to Kusawari. Carpenter's Watch. West. I really should start writing down where I found those people. Why they come here? Lifter's Refuge and get rid of Torkar. Okay, let's do that.
It is not every day I meet.
Lifter's Refuge. And get rid of Torkar.
Gods, lad. One could live forever and never be tiring of these islands.
Akera, the beaches of Orio Kowiki, the sands of Poko Kahara.
Oh, the lads walking them beaches. The lasses with sand on their asses.
Akera, them as well.
I think we haven't been here yet, which is weird.
What's a good word, Scuttler?
Okay. No, we've been here. And where the hell is the guy? What was it? Travel to Lifter's Refuge in Danish and kill Torkar. We are at Lifter's Refuge. But I don't see Torkar. And his name is making my throat close up. You have names? No, we've spoken to you.
Hello there. Anything I can do for you? Just travel quick, travel quick.
Oh, there you are.
Puny. Too puny to join my crew.
I miss you.
Go away. Be gone. Scram.
What's an ogre doing in damage?
As I said, I seek bodies for a crew. And no, you cannot join.
Hey, there is a bounty on you, either way.
It is kind of you to announce yourself to me, bounty hunter. It will be just as kind of you to die by my hand.
It's so kind of you to talk with me about that.
We're having some trouble moving.
Your wind, please. He cast another healing. Boiling spray does not sound like healing. Oh, Maya, I don't like that. See if they lost. Oh no, I don't have my AO heal anymore. Okay, I have the healing. Yeah, stay alive. She didn't stay alive.
Perfect.
How come all my fights end so horribly?
Captain, take care with your aim.
I don't have any healing.
Another attack, Cap. Be serious.
I don't see why not.
Take this.
we have the druid. Part of the healer is a dead party. We have a druid. He should be healing. I don't know why. For some reason, I saw him.
You think Andra's
What
got
a space. I saw him cancel 2 spells for some reason. I don't know why.
It is not every day I meet a sailor who gives no
Yes, yes, bounty, yes. And this time I'm gonna run away, because I don't want to have this wolf on me.
Still got it.
I'm being hit, but I should be able to do this.
Yes, Captain.
Get all of you here. I will use the heal. I said I will use the heal. You will use your heal. Oh, now he used the healing spell. Thank you very much.
Right between the eyes. Very well. You were saying?
For the wolf companion. Naya. There. Just himself okay. Launch yourself here. You blow the wind. I need to min-max a little bit more, it seems.
Sorry, friend. Can't.
There's no. There, I believe you can do this. Come on. You be so kind and go for the marauder. I don't think he can.
That order's too tall.
Heal yourself.
Just say the word.
Maya, walk away. And birdie.
Don't think I can pull that off.
Okay, Eder, do you have any other weapon on you? You have. Great, fantastic. Shoot.
Not so hard. This does not work.
That's work.
Right between the eyes.
Nightcap.
I told you it will work. Have some faith in me.
Speak freely.
But yeah, I definitely need to. He has AI active. Guys, go down there. There's one more. Can I, oh, I can change it. He can be either. He can be aggressive. I want you to be by enemies regarding defensive. Wait. Second south, defensive. Robin. Okay. Behavior. I can either select for him to be aggressive or no selected. Wait. I think I need to check out all of their behaviors.
Can't move.
This piece of tattered parchment shows the familiar waters and land masses of the Deadfire archipelago, but without the other pieces it's impossible to tell where it points or how to get there. A note is scribbled in the margins. I entrust this fragment to you, brilliant friend, with every confidence that you won't fail to safeguard it. Enjoy your riches on the appointed day. Yours in affection, Captain Henkwa.
You need something.
Let's see. Okay, while I am at it, let's all check all your other. Yeah, chanter aggressive or fighter aggressive chanter. That's how I can change it. Cautious. What does this mean? Chanter will randomly choose between the two selected behaviors when deciding what action to take. Okay. I see. And here I can select do it cautious. Okay. Fighter aggressive, fighter cautious, cipher aggressive, cipher cautious, why not? And the beacon, I think. Deadfire beacon. I swear I'm in the wrong place. Radiant Court. Damn it. Desiree, Radiant. What? I thought we spoke? No, I was in the other place. I was here originally, but then decided that I don't want to be here. Zero, there you are.
I welcome your return.
I killed Lord Admiral Imp.
So, the puffed up little charlatan is gone for good. Well done. That's one down. Just 3 left to go.
Yes, I also.
If you're still game.
I also killed Lady Sparrow.
Finally, the lady falls. You already have my gratitude. Now take my coin. But halfway is half done, my friend. There are 2 more members of the Firebrand's old crew that need your special attention.
Yes, I got rid of Katran.
I hope Katran put on a good show for you before the end. There's just the 1 crew member left now.
Torkar is no more.
I'd say it's a shame to have lost such a brilliant mind, but Torkar didn't give you any choice. You've put to bed the last of the Firebrand's crew, my friend, which was more than I ever could have hoped for. Thank you truly. I can rest easy now, knowing they got what they deserved.
Sounds like you've got a grudge against the Firebrand's crew.
Back on this again, are we? I know a questioning eyebrow when I see one, and I'm not in the mood to be giving answers. I've got family business to tend to, is all.
Of course.
But I suppose you have a right to know. My idiot kid sister was on the Firebrand, seduced to a dishonest life by the promise of adventure. When the pirate hunters killed the crew and sank the ship, they also killed my sister. But those irredeemable lowlifes I sent you after got away without a scrape. I want them to pay. I don't much care how, so long as they take that turn on the wheel.
Tell me about your sister.
Danaea was a wild girl from the day she was born. She came out of the womb yelling loud enough to make your ears bleed. And she never really stopped. She chased a bad end like a winter-starved wolf chases the first fat deer calf of spring. It was only a matter of time before she caught it. But dead is dead, and reminiscing with you won't bring her back.
Oh. That earned us a level up. Mechanics and the diplomacy. What's that? The bride caught the ruse and set to make them pay. Empowers allies in the area of effect with the quick and insightful inspiration. I like that. 7 nights she waited while the white winds wept. Attacks enemies in 7 directions around the chanter with balls of freezing ice. That is also great. Yes, I'll take that. Fighter. Let's give you some defenses, I think. More health. Yes. Athletics, intimidate. What's that? Unbending trunk. The fighter draws strength from their own indomitable spirit, causing them to regenerate a portion of their health lost from each attack. Unbending trunk. The fighter now recovers more health from each attack received. That's great. The fighter and their allies. Wait. Also gain the resolute inspiration. What is that? Okay. Too much. Healing. Give me the healing. And unbreakable. The fighter refuses to be vanquished. After being knocked out, the fighter stands back up with a portion of their health restored and temporary bonuses to all defenses and armor ratings. So a second wind, kind of. Seraphin, Stealth, and Bluff. Ancestor's Memory unlocks the hidden repositories of an ally's mind and soul, granting them the brilliant inspiration. The Cypher is able to isolate a single enemy from the world, leaving them unable to act, but also unable to be affected by outside. Well, that sounds great. Cypher targets a spirit or vessel and tears their coalesced soul energy inside of them. I think I'll take the isolation. And recovering focus on critical hits.
What say?
Rosanna, I think you have some supplies?
Drink you wanting? I got enough grog stock to drown a shark. What are you having? I'll pour you a double.
Show me what you've got. Lager, dexterity. Okay, morale. I need morale. Rice wine probably as well. Rum, give me rum. Morale +0. Oil? Ingredient. Ale. Except couvrir Hoira? Something like that. Oh, I can refill ship supplies? Oh. Train character? No, I don't want to retrain anyone. I think that is it here. The Sacred Stair, Ferrante. Ferrante. Wasn't Ferrante here as well? Berlin Trading Company headquarters. Oh my goodness. I honestly don't remember where any of those places is. Let's try the Bellfire beacon first. We'll see. I think Ferrante is in here. I might be wrong though. Oh, he is here.
Gelarde, such a solace it is to see you again.
I've obtained information on Rivan from Messier's tomb. He rubs his hands together, expectant, and his dark eyes glimmer.
Well, share and share, as is the law of the coast.
I've actually spoken with Isir. His brows hoist high up his forehead.
Meaning what by that last? You were able to read his soul, despite how much time has passed?
Well, Isir was mortally wounded, yet refused to wholly die. Instead, he was reborn as an undead to defend Beraf's faith for all eternity.
God save us from fools who battle with blind trust. A death guard? How fascinating. And terrible. I must of course presume that you've unearthed a promising lead for us. Perhaps you were able to learn about Rivan's whereabouts, of where her spectral ship oft anchors?
Isir tracked Rivan after she had become a death guard. They fought near the Isle of Dusk. The captain strokes his chin, his gaze contemplative.
I can summon to mind no island with such name. Likely it hides now behind another. I will charge my best chroniclers to track our isle through the centuries. I believe you're becoming an invaluable asset to the Principe, and I deeply value each of my assets. You must accept this token of my immense appreciation.
A belt. Ferrante clears his throat, then he tugs on the frilled cuffs of his sleeves, his posture more rigid than usual.
A matter of a rather delicate nature has arisen, one which I believe could benefit from your, let us say, expertise. An associate of mine is in need of a favor. A favor that necessitates a great deal of discretion. See to this for me, and I will weight you with a considerable amount of coin.
Who might this associate be?
A wealthy and influential man. What more do you need to know?
What exactly will I be doing?
My associate conducts dealings with a group of traders of a sort. The traders are having a bit of trouble with their newest stock.
Why the need for such discussion then?
It involves something of a sensitive topic among the Principi. I'll explain further once I can trust you're fully committed.
You can trust me.
First, swear it. I have your word on pain of death, Amika.
Yes.
Go on. Then you're to head to Crookspur Island, where you'll meet with Master Kua. He runs the biggest slavers' port in the Deadfire. However, they've run afoul of the locals, so now their trade routes are under constant ambush.
Darfan's mouth falls slightly open. Vertigo tickles the edge of your thoughts, as if you were peering over the edge of the world. The Principi work with slavers.
Excellent goddamned question, Cap.
No, it is my associate who does that dealing. My opinion on the trade is of little matter. It is legal, unlike many of our own activities.
Since when be the fucking laws of Kith of any goddamn concern of the likes of us?
I won't help slavers.
I understand you may harbor some hesitation in this regard. But in the case you reconsider, at least allow me to mark Crookspur on your charts. When you get there, speak with Master Kua. Tell him I've sent you, and he'll fill you in on what he needs. Let us discuss further business now, shall we? Ado, and how is the sea treating you, Watcher? Prosperity be with you.
Yeah, sure. I like this kind of quest in the middle of an apocalypse. Who cares about traders when you have both God that want to destroy the circle of life of your world? Yeah, kinda. Remind me of the dinosaurs that saw the meteor and what I'm gonna say. The economy. Yeah. We are the dinosaur pretty much. I'm not even gonna. No, that's what's gonna happen to us. Suspense will causing rejuvenating plants to spring up in the corpses of the fallen and heal allies in the area of effects. I love that. And I'll also give you some Wild Strike Corrode. Yes. I still do not accept the fact that he is a godlike. Wait, I need to confirm. Okay, he cannot wear helmet. Let's say he is a godlike. Side stop campaign. I visit the site at least twice, yes, but I forgot to do it. I intend to do that, for sure. Hopefully I won't forget it. My dearest Watcher, a god with an agenda tends to put things into perspective. Now more than ever, it is imperative we commandeer the floating hangman, if only so that we may trace Iodas to Kaizo. I have called a meeting of the Consuaglo me Casitas. Please, sail to Danach and join us as swiftly as the winds will bring you. Seriously, I'm here. Campaign ending in the... Oh, okay. If it ends with July, I will. Hello, Lovesome. I hear you've got a deal. Another one, really? Going on for Ferrante to muck around in the mess that is Crookspur Island. Before you go sailing in to do that cockroach's bidding, come and have a chat with me, will you? I've got a proposition for you I think you'll find wickedly enticing. I'll reserve a berth for the Defiant at Fort Deadlight. Fort Deadlight. And also he wanted something.
I've been loyal to you a long time, Ferrante, but I cannot abide this.
Over here, my friend.
What is it?
Diverus, is it settled now? I do not like having my hand forced by some rogue god.
Indeed, the vote has been cast. There can be no dispute. The trader Aldis will hang.
Your vote of confidence is appreciated, my Consuelo. Rest assured, you have made the right decision.
The Black Pog seas we have? What a fucking farce! Mark my words, Councilman. Your souls will be damned for this scheme.
Do not forget your promise, Ferrante. With Eldis out of the way, you will sail us to Ukaizo, well before the Juana, the Valen Trading Company, or any others can plunder it.
The god will lead us there, and the floating hangman will navigate the storms. Watcher, your timing is impeccable as always. We have just concluded a vote of phenomenal importance.
Blast this! You can outvote me, but you can't make me stay and watch. And you! Best watch your back!
Going on here?
One of our Consuelo members, Captain Aldis, has been charged and found guilty of those crimes, punishable by death.
Which one's punishable by death?
Betrayal. Aldis sacrificed an entire crew of Principi in an ill-fated attempt to lure out the floating hangman so that she might captain it. And before anyone argues again that we've no proof of her insidious betrayal, Benwith, tell the Watcher what you explained to the Consuelo, if you please.
I sank, Aldis lured some poor unsuspecting crew of fusty old bloods right into a rumoured route of the floating hangman. Sure enough, Rivan sails out of the fog and destroys their sloop.
Of course, it isn't merely Benwith's testimony that has brought Aldis to justice. The fine captain was instrumental in capturing her to stand trial.
You did what?
That's right. She shot me for it too.
This Consuelo session is now concluded. Benwith, leave us so that I might speak with the Watcher in confidence. I will alert you when I have need for you again.
Benwith, you sly weasel.
Be sure you call for me. I want to be there when she hangs.
What happened at Margran's teeth changes everything. We must acquire the floating hangman if we've any hope to reach Ukaizo before Eothas destroys everything. Which brings me to my current problem. Somehow, Aldis has uncovered a means to summon the floating hangman, but she destroyed the research when she was captured. I need what she knows before I can hang her. Obtain it for me, and I will grant you her seat on the Consuelo.
Definitely don't want to help you. I'll see what I can do.
My crew has been questioning our captive for hours now. Perhaps you will fare better. She is locked at the top of Balefire Tower.
Ay. I should have gone to her first. Ay. Better critical. Empower attacks. Long experience fighting together in a pistol ranger to animal companion engagement. Okay, cool. Almost 700,000. Oh my goodness. That is a ridiculous amount of people. Sign. Yeah, I surely hope it will work. Wait, what? So, we give Aldis Bellfire Tower. In Bellfire Beacon. The place I'm at right now. Oh, there are the stairs.
Behave now, Captain, or we'll beat you bloody. Again.
I'd like you to try. No, really. Come closer. I'll stand right here while you do.
Whoa now. You can't be up here. Not unless you've permission from Ferrante. Am I to take that to mean Ferrante did send you? Ah, right then. Apologies, Captain. One can never be too sure what this weasel and her crew might be up to. I'll be right nearby if you need me. Careful. She bit Rue's nose off.
Well, I guess Ruse had it coming. Sorry, didn't know. When the captain sees you, she spits blood at your feet, then settles back against the wood pillar. Her smug grin is all red-stained teeth. No. You have a little spot on your chin. She turns her face away, refusing to look at you as you smash the blood from her chin.
Can't say I was wrong to take precautions, considering. Now can you? Whatever Ferrante covets the floating hangman for, you can be sure it's to solidify his power, first and foremost. Me, I just want to lead my pirates to gold and glory. I uncovered the secret to commanding the floating hangman, but then I was betrayed, so I hid away.
You were ambushed by Benworth. You couldn't have stashed it that well.
I destroyed it before Benny could get his grubby hands on it. Should have burned him too. But I guess I'm a sentimental sort.
Why destroy something that would help the Principe?
I love the Principe, but I love my life a little more. It was the only way to ensure my survival.
You've memorized the information for leverage.
You're smarter than you look, Captain. And don't you ever let anyone tell you otherwise.
Thank you.
I know the secret to summoning the floating hangman. Of course, with the research destroyed, I'm now the only one who knows.
There's no way, as a watcher, I can see your memories once you're dead.
Maybe. Or maybe I'll be gone into the cold depths of the afterlife before you can blink. I've got a pile of gold waiting for me in the great beyond. Best believe I'll be running to claim it. It would seem we're at an impasse. How's it going to be then?
I want your cooperation in securing the floating hangman. What do you want from Ferrante?
I want Ferrante to give up his chair and leave the Council of Captains.
We can try, but Ferrante's likely to be as stubborn as you are.
Well, if he can't be convinced, there's always an alternative plan. He dies, I lead. Once Ferrante's out of the way, you and me'll be free to take the floating hangman.
I need some time.
Time is the one thing I don't have in spades at the moment. Try to hurry, will you, lovesome?
Oh, I cannot leave. We don't have time for this. Every second we argue, Iotas is another step closer to breaking the wheel.
And that's my problem. How?
Well, apparently it's everyone's problem.
I might not care about anyone else, but I do care about those who are loyal to me. If I can help save the Principe, you'd best believe I will. Alright. I'll tell you what I know, but only if I'm to take Cluse's voyage rather than hang. I'll take my chances with the sea, and when I return, Swabby, I'll remember how you helped me.
You're sure you want to do this?
I like my odds, personally. In fact, if I were you, I'd bet on seeing me again someday.
I will also would like to do that. I don't know what caused her to be captured. Probably. No, I don't know what caused her to be captured.
I cannot hold Aldis for long. Already several crews have grown restless. Violence will erupt eventually. It is imperative we acquire the information we need before there is a riot. I do not know how Aldis learned of the battle at Duskenile, but if she was researching it, she is most certainly seeking a means to captain the floating hangman.
Why not trade with Aldis? Mercy for information.
Who knows what Aldis could do with the information were I to release her? She could sabotage our efforts to reach Ukaizo, or steal the floating hangman before we have a chance to acquire it. I am pleased you see reason in this matter, Casita. Unlike others we know.
Why do you want the floating hangman so badly?
If it is true that Rivan's galleon can subdue the weather, it would be a vital asset to my fleet.
Sure. Aldis will tell you what she knows, but you need to let her take Clusa's voyage instead of hanging her.
I have an angry Consuelo to appease. Were I not to hang her, it could be misconstrued as sign of weakness on my end. I need to bring her fleet in line with a display of power.
Let's say she'll die either way. What does it hurt if it gets us the information?
I will concede to your point. So long as I obtain what I need, the information and Aldi's death, what matter are the means? Guards! Bring me the traitor captain, so that we may send her on her final voyage. Tell me everything you know about the floating hangman. Do not spare a single detail.
The histories say there's a trick to the sword. One must speak a royal Darkotsi oath to unsheath it. Doing so will undoubtedly send out a surge of power. One Rivan's sure to be looking for. Unsheath the sword at sea, and I bet she'll come a-sailing out of the mist to take it.
A cold-blooded smile cuts across Ferrante's face.
How fortuitous. I know just the oath you mean, and we have determined the location of the sword. Once acquired, calling Rivan to our side shall be, dare I say, easy. It seems you served your purpose after all, Aldis. As I promised, you shall be granted Clusa's voyage.
He signals to several guards who lead Aldis forcibly away. The captain goes proudly, but Ferrante pays her no mind.
Now that the unfortunate business of eliminating the traitor has been resolved, we can move forward in the grand scheme of things. I honor your loyalty here, before the Consuelo. Were circumstances any other, we would feast and celebrate into reverie. But for now, we must continue with our pressing matters. The galleon's ability to control the weather around it can be used to calm the most dangerous storms. I wish to use the Fonferas to sail to Ukaizo with a small fleet. Once there, we can determine what sort of force is causing the storms. We will eliminate it and commence building New Valia. Considering all we gleaned from Aldis, I must ask you to reclaim the sword from Issei.
No.
Take the sword to sea and use the Darkotsi oath to draw out Rivan. Should you be successful in acquiring the ship, the Principe will await you near Andra's motor.
You don't want to do that. Well.
Gelade, with you at the helm, nothing can go wrong. I await your success, Casita.
Of course you do. Yeah, of course. Yeah, shrewd proposition failed, unfortunately. So show me the failed ones? I don't think so. Oh. Shrewd, I can write it. No, it doesn't show me the ones that were failed. This we are waiting for. Tikawara. southwest. Port Maje. Oh, we can go to Port Maje, actually. Ruins. We've been to those ruins? I think we've been. Or not. Let's go here. Because why not? Oh, actually, I have some more. I'm lowering your morale because I haven't given you any rings. That Tarlow, fruit, park meat, basically everything. Isn't that cave meat? Firecock, okay. That's cave meat. Oh. And I have 5 Valiant Company colors. Why? I don't know. But we have them. The morale is better now. False Mouth Forest. Oh, that sounds interesting. 22 ale found somewhere. My goodness. You smell them before you see them. Laguaf corpses litter the area. Some are burned beyond recognition, while others have been crushed so badly they're little more than a greasy smear on the ground. Let's search the area. You get a flash of movement in your peripheral vision. You realize a large party of Laguaf lie in wait for you in the surrounding jungle. No doubt they seek revenge for their fallen friends. The Laguaf led an ululating cry and charged towards you. Oh. That was quick. Do you want to fight or talk? You definitely want to fight.
Right between the eyes.
Ishi, go there. We're doing fine. We even got some meat out of them. I think this place was only mapped for battle. So there won't be anything else. I really want to visit the ruins. Several Laguaf corpses lie strewn across the entrance to the ruins in broken boneless heaps. The blood dashed on the ground is bright red, still fresh. They must have died recently.
I shall make it so.
These vines form the vanguard of the jungle's effort to reclaim this temple. Imps? Imps. Wait, what? You didn't try to attack me, and now I feel uncertain about what regretful about my decision.
Scallywags ho,
You're
Cap.
here to take the Book of Storms from me. I know it.
The woman's hair is a mess, her clothes ragged, her face is haggard with exhaustion.
You can't have it. It's mine. Mine!
The Book of Storm is a myth. Only a fool would seek it out.
Arkemir didn't believe it was real either. He told me I was mad. But I have proof. I'll show him. I won't let you steal it from me. It's mine. I found it.
Ignores Armenians and gestures wildly at you.
Kill the intruders!
Oh, of course.
This thing isn't doing the job.
Okay, the three of you take care of Lay of Win.
Perfect. Just stand there. Protect me. Taste flame.
Ooh. Heal yourself. Guido, heal yourself. Atreides. Oh my goodness. Our healer is down. I repeat, our healer is down.
What for, Cap?
Maya. Okay. Maya. Help Seraphim, goddammit. Where is my summon? Where are my summons? I summoned something. I was supposed to summon something.
You were saying?
What is happening? What is Void Seer immune to exactly? Okay, help with the Berserker.
You were saying?
He might be. Wait, what are they immune to?
Your orders?
What? Immune to everything? Yeah, it looks like they are immune to everything.
Too slow.
Miss. Really? Can you knock him down, please? That should help. He's immune to piercing damage. Now I can see it. Thank you. Okay, now I need the fight to subside. He is healthy. Yeah, we also are healthy. Stamina fight. Let's go back there.
Hey, watch out.
This is. What was that?
What did you find, Ishi?
Where are you going? Oh, that's so cool. Ram into him, Ishi.
As you like.
It was possible to make her realize that this isn't true, although it is true. The Book of Storms exists.
did you find, Ishi?
But what was found? This? Harmony.
Make it so.
The water dripping down from above tastes like cold stone and moss. Oh. Something happened here. Okay, that is interesting. We found some ring. Harmony. Rand's commitment. Grants additional resolve while near a bonded ally. But we would need another ring for that, I think. Bonded ally. Okay, I can give you this. I also have waste. I'll give you this. +1 might. +1 constitution. I'll rather give you constitution. Oh, I can wear the head. Give you the head. Perception. Precision, dexterity. Maya, do you have gauntlets? No, you don't. There you go. Have a belt. Seraphim has a belt. Everyone has a belt. Okay.
What do you think, Ishi?
But I don't have a trinket. And I won't get one probably. Not where the other ring might be. Island name. What can we name the island? I would say a heat wave for what is happening. The deep river that flows down from the island's central mountains meets the sea here, expanding into a broad delta. The azure water spreads to the east, remarkably calm and quiet. Gulls hang on the air above the shallows, intermittently diving in the pursuit of food. Would you look at that, Seraphim says, watching the water. Blue as sapphire and wise as smooth. He grins at the Kehu. Ever gaze these shores, lad? Lived here all his life, eh? You seen many of these islands before signing up with Captain Evna? I have seen many beautiful places. Since joining our modest crew, I have seen terrible places as well. This, I say, is a pleasant reprieve. The Kehu smiles in your direction. Seraphim chuckles. And here with me starting to think the Deadfire be nothing but dusty basements and overlarge... The Oran stops, frowning. Oi, Cap, what you reckon this be about? A weathered skiff rests on the shore, and a galleon sets an anchor a mile or so off the coast. Fresh footprints in the sand lead inland along the side of the river. Let's follow them. You follow the path inland. Unlike the sea, the river's waters turn on their way down from the hills. On the far side of the water stands the crumbled ruins of an ancient tower. A huge lake, the river's source, spreads before you, ringed almost entirely by walls of sheer rock. It is fed by towering waterfalls that cascade down the island's rocky promontories. Near the shore is a group of kith, along with an ogre and imp in freebooter dress. Let's hide. Though you expertly slip behind a rock, there dislodges a small stone, sending it bouncing down the hill. The pirates go quiet, all looking up at you. A rider by that rock, squeals the imp, pointing at Eder. I saw it first. One of the kith, a sharply dressed young man, steps forward, his hand hovering near the grip of his blade. Of course. Of course. We're gonna fight. The pirate bows low at the waist, his left hand fanning out the tail of his fine Valian coat. His right hand, however, remains near the grip of his weapon. He straightens, his dark eyes holding yours.
Renetti, my boy. Been a tick or 12 since I last seen you. See you still be keeping the finest company.
Seraphine, I'd said it was a bullshit when I heard you'd left the gentleman, but I was clearly in the wrong. An odd choice, that, given where things stand with Remaro. I pride myself on my courteous treatment of all ladies, but I'm very curious as to just what in the name of Wal you're doing here.
I happened by and you looked like someone worth meeting.
I'm sure we just happened by ourselves. Still, the question requires asking and answering alike. Why are you here?
That's a nice box you've got there. What's in it?
Look, I assure you that you want absolutely no part in what's in this box. The god's damned blade has a curse on it. It's made an absolute mess of our ship, ruined 2 of my coats. I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. Well, perhaps on my worst enemy. And some of my more boorish friends. That might provide an evening's amusement.
Curse? What kind of curse?
The details, I assure you, Amika, are not fit for polite company. They're really quite desk and foul.
Oh, just tell me already, come on. Randy sighs and pinches the bridge of his nose.
The men who made that damnable thing call it puke stabber. It's an apt name, and that's all I'll say of it.
Okay. I'll be willing to pay 450 obols worth of mixed currency for it. The ogre whistles and Renetti scowls at him. He considers, stroking his chin.
450 obles. That's a lot of gold. Or a lot of whatever you give me. We pirates and our mixed currencies, nah? Here, for the chest.
Thank you.
You own an extensive wardrobe.
We've got ourselves a puke stabber, really. We'll start Final Fantasy X and 10 to 12 soon. Oh, that's interesting. I saw there was a lot of interesting games on the summer sale. There are always lots of interesting games on sale. Too many of them. I am slightly interested in, I think it was Final Fantasy VII or Final Fantasy VIII? The one that was the one that Advent Children was based on. I don't remember which one it was. Hello, welcome back. Wait, no, I have not cut the god yet. You find the ruined tower rising. Okay, it's just searching. We haven't met any god yet. Oh, but maybe we'll find something something different. Fetid, sweltering air cradles you as you push your way through the thick growth. Your clothing sticks to your skin and sweat drips from your brow and chin. You hear movement ahead of you, accompanied by something that sounds like conversation. Sense anything, Seraphim? The Orlon puts his forefingers to either side of his head, at his temples, and closes his lime green eyes. Aye, Cap, something be up there, but I can't be telling you what. Let's try sneaking. Hey there! Final Fantasies with the soccer things. Final Fantasy other one with the aircraft. I have no idea what was the story of the game per se. A large boggy clearing spreads before you, mist clinging to the water and soggy ground alike. A massive lurk rests in the water, utterly still, as a Menpugra and the lamgan speak in low susurrus tones. The Menpungwara and the lamgan fall silent as you appear, and the former waves the latter back as she makes her way to you. The reek of decay precedes her, and she peers at you with black eyes. We would kill you for your trespass, consume your essence and add it to our own. Yet you find us otherwise engaged. Leave this place while you can. Hard lips twist about a mouth filled with teeth of gnarled wood. What's going on here? A hiss issues from her knotted mouth. That is none of your concern, Gif. Scatter them. You can scatter them. The Kehu gathers essence around them before hurling a blast of mystic power into the clearing. Debris fall around you, but the Menpekwa and her cohort remains. The creature glare and hiss at you as one. The floor around you bursts into movement, advancing. I should have gotten something with fire, apparently. Yeah, for being final, there's a lot of fantasies there. I agree. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Okay, return. Because the... Maya, shoot him. Oh, Maya, sorry. Go back. Pengua. Really? What's it here? Okay, I do not ask any questions. To get rid of the Dalam gun. Yes, this time it is time for violence. You. Blast of Frost, no. That's healing. We are not doing a very good job. Of course, as a druid, he doesn't have any fire spells. Oh, you and an ally you choose to bond with become immune to intellect afflictions until the end of combat. That is interesting. Oh, Samu Matau. Oh, sorry, Muatu. Not Matau, Muatu. Heal yourself. Did I read the thing correctly? Heal the wielder. What the hell? Does not look like he is being healed.
You were saying?
No pen. Let's give them the pens. Dancing wind, come on. Oh. And I lost. No, I didn't lose. But I lost the spell.
What's that?
Seraphin, heal yourself.
Everything hurts, Savvy.
My blood burns.
Blizzard, no. Mark, no. Oh, Garden of Life, that should also work.
Lost too much water.
Oh. Okay, those two boggers are done.
My wounds remain. Yes.
It works, it works. Oh, of course you guys won't heal. You will heal, great. Because there's the big mushroom guy.
shall. Oh, indeed. Away. Me.
See that, Ishin?
Yes. Indeed.
Come on, come on, come on. I don't think I've ever played a game for somebody other than myself. I played some co-op games with somebody, but just to play a single player game for someone, not really. Or even for a character. Alright, I should give you some more drinks. Drinks. This is also a drink. And the water is also a drink, although you guys don't want to really drink water. Dun, 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 dun. Was I going somewhere? I don't think I was. Yeah, let's go somewhere. I cannot go here because there's a fog. Eating Christians. Well, to be fair, I think I had it a little bit easier. I was a gamer girl, so I was playing games for my whole life. But it was a little bit harder to play MOBA games as a girl. Ooh, give me all your lager. Give me all your luminous Patra. Let's search this island and I will finish the session because I can... Yeah, I can hear the Degus starting to make a riot. Probably need to give them the medication. Search, let's search, let's search. Did quite a lot today. I'm not gonna lie, even though the map is saying otherwise. Yes, Nameless needs his meds indeed. And Evna needs some tea. Just a little bit towards the south. Let's go. I'm really bad at leaving this game. I don't want to leave. I want to explore. Okay, we've reached the edge. Oh. Okay. I'll go onto this island and I will finish this here. We will explore it next time. Medication is more important, so thank you very much for joining. I will hopefully make it on Wednesday. No promises, because the weather is killing me. So, either way, have a good evening, Joe. Have a good work, Wade. And bye-bye.